Hold tight. Hold on!
Fishermen are a breed apart.
It is very much a Marmite job.
Oh, hail the hate!
I do question my sanity sometimes.
Every trip is a gamble.
You just have to go with your gut instinct and your experience.
Come up!
Get it right, and the crew can come home with thousands. Get it wrong, and they can catch nothing.
My worst has been £2.50.
I just want to be there to support him.
As they battle against the odds and the elements.
Things can turn quite nasty very quickly.
It's the most dangerous job in Britain, isn't it?
Worst injury I've seen. Death.
Now there's a demand for a new generation who are tough enough to endure the call to sea.
I don't know anything about fish. They swim.
No, we can definitely break people and definitely make people, yeah.
I've never ever succeeded at anything, you know?
I ain't backing down on it. You learn who you are quite quickly in this sort of job.
As fishermen, you are the last of the hunters.
It's mid-February, and Briggs and Scallopper the Van Dyke is getting ready for its next 7-day trip.
Take that shackle out of that dredge there, Tom. Right, it's blatantly obvious what needs doing.
I've been sat in the wheelhouse on and off for the last 25 years, so I've got to sit there and drive the thing and try and make it pay.
Drew's boat was once a top earner in the harbour. But after a run of bad luck, he's been struggling to keep his crew together.
Obviously, you want to get the crew a wage. If you don't get the crew wages, they'll disappear.
Do the same with that one to the end.
The locals don't work on there because they know what they're going to get. Working quite a bit for not much. That makes sense.
But before they set sail, one of the Van Dyke's most experienced deckhands, Mikey, jumps ship.
This boat at the moment's having a very bad run of luck. It's not that I don't like Drew or anything, I just needed to leave the boat for general, like, to earn money.
Gotta wait for this Oxy to come down, mate. We need to get these two on the quay, ready to replace them. We need to get these two on the quay. We've got 2 more coming down.
Drew's left with his first mate, deckhands Harry and Pella, and Tom, who started with them just before Christmas.
He's only done 1 trip, Scalloping. I think he's gonna struggle. Certainly ain't pulling his weight around.
Yeah, and he says he wants more money.
We're gonna have a decky learner on here soon, and they're gonna be able to do more than him. It's gonna be fucking embarrassing.
They'll be joined by decky learner Simon, who's just completed a training course to be a deep-sea fisherman.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
Simon. Hi.
Oh, I'm stuck.
Andy,
Nice to meet you.
skipper. Want a quick tour of the deck?
Yeah?
Yeah, okie dokie.
I guess this is a scholar. No.
That's an empty scallop. That is kind of what they look like. That one, I would say, is easily undersized.
Oh, yeah, of course. I don't know anything about fish. They swim. And we catch them. I don't know the names of them. I don't know anything like that. But I'm willing to learn. Hi, this is your command.
This is the command centre.
Wow. You know, I'd love to be a skipper. That's the old-time dream, but, you know, it's a lot to learn, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, what you've got to remember, every skipper started off as a decky learner.
Oh, right, I see.
You are the fourth deckhand.
Not many people can say that they've worked on a trawler, and I just can't wait to be out on it already.
Minutes before departure, another crew member has second thoughts about the trip.
I've had 50 quid for 2 weeks' work. If you don't catch the scallops, you don't get paid. So...
Oh, good.
Ah! Oh, Harry. Please don't do this to me now.
I can't be asked for it anymore.
Can you not just do this week?
Nothing against you.
Harry, 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 Harry. I bought you Cocoa Pops as well. I hate it when they do that. Fucking coward's way out, innit?
Drew will be leaving at a distinct disadvantage. He's left with just one experienced deckhand, another who's only been on the boat for 3 months, and a 20-year-old who's never been to sea.
Oh well. It's like you're really gonna have to man up this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's just decided he's had enough of fishing and he's leaving.
Oh, I'm really going to be pushed then.
8 hours on, 4 hours off.
Gale force winds are predicted, but Drew is heading far out to sea in search of new scallop beds.
You're right in the deep end. So you're gonna have to go out there and do it. You're gonna have to be able to do it. Otherwise, it's our livelihood.
Pressure. Under pressure.
Yeah, give anyone a chance if they put their hands to it.
Hopefully, they think that I'm a hard worker, and that's all I care about.
That's a different world out there. Completely different world.
Most scallopers will be avoiding the bad weather, but with only a few precious quota days remaining, Drew is forced to take a gamble.
We have to earn money enough to cover the bank loans and pay back people. So it is a risk, and when you're so limited on the days you're allowed to work, it's been an absolute nightmare.
There's so much depending, so much at stake. But that's the way it is, I suppose. It's fishing at the moment. Every minute counts.
The Van Dyke's heading for a deep-sea trench 60 miles southeast of Brixham. After a night steaming, the first haul begins. Simon's put straight to work, under the eye of Drew's most experienced deckhand, 29-year-old Pillar.
Just watch your hands when you're putting it around it. Get it trapped in there, rip your hand off. Watch your arms on that, mate, yeah? That's good, mate. That's it. That's it. Well done. That's good.
There's no actual photo fit fisherman. You just don't know. Basically, when we get them around the breakwater, we'll see what they're made of.
Everyone I know, they hate their job and they wish they did something else or had more money or, you know, did something different. my girlfriend especially, is crapping it. It's life, isn't it? You know, if you don't take risks, then you won't get anywhere. And I'll just be the same old as everyone else, and I'm not.
Drew needs to catch a minimum of 7 bags of scallops per haul if he's to make a profit from this trip.
It probably costs us between £1,500 and £2,000 a day to actually be at sea. So we actually have to catch that much before we start making any money.
The first haul is disappointing. In order to catch enough fish, the crew will have to work the gear day and night, working 8 hours on and 4 hours off. At 9 p.m, the weather begins to worsen. And Decky learner Simon is starting to feel the effects of the sea.
All right? It's all in the mind. Brain's telling you I'm at sea, or I should be feeling seasick. Just treat it as an adventure. The weather we're in at the moment, I mean, don't have any fear whatsoever. You know, this thing's been through hurricanes. There's absolutely no possibility of it rolling over or sinking or anything like that.
Thank you. Gives me a little bit more hope.
Off.
The Van Dyke is 60 miles off the Devon coast, and bad weather is coming. Skipper Drew is searching for a rich fishing ground in hope that he can finally pay his bills.
One of probably the harder bits of being a skipper is actually knowing where to go and where to be. Do I go somewhere I know where I can just about scrape a living, or do I take the risk and go somewhere I hope it's going to be better, but it might not be? Those are the tricky decisions that you have to make.
The boat's seriously short-handed. He needs every man to pull through. It's Decky learner Simon's first time at sea.
It's only a concern for the skipper, because I don't want to be puking all the time when I'm meant to be working. When it comes down to work, that's where it matters, because that's where the livelihood is from.
Right, pull this wire off. Hold on your wire. Hold on your wire.
Do you have any sympathy for him?
No. Not at all. I've kicked Watts off the deck with a broken toe. Worked with a fractured thumb, you know, if you're full of cold or whatever, you just got to get on with it.
After their first full day of trawling, the crew have caught just 14 bags of scallops. If they're to get a wage this week, they know the fishing will have to improve.
There's competition amongst people that know each other. Everyone wants to have the bragging rights. Everyone wants to be like the #1 scalloper. How many bags do you get? 600, 650. You know, everyone wants that. The crew love it.
Back in port, one of Brixham's top skippers, Anthony Shine, is preparing to go scalloping.
Do my crew like me? Not all the time. Have my crew been working with me for a long time? Yeah.
We're going to get a bit of a bycatch on fish, some turbot, brill, monkfish, Dover sole, beef, Fuck's sake, mate, you're taking the piss. Hey. Fuck off a minute. Fucking hell, mate.
Shiny. Angry. He's a very respectable skipper. Good reputation. One of the top reputations in Brixham, actually. Top earner.
There's more bad weather coming, but Shiny's got a different strategy to Drew. His plan is to limit his risks by staying near to the coast, even though the catch there may not be as plentiful.
When we set sail, we've got a fixed price for the scallop. So if we decide to stay out in the Force 9 and push it, we're never going to make any more money for that scallop.
It's fucking flying around everywhere, these dredges, when you're hauling and shooting. So we need as much shelter as we can get.
Do you think, I'm just happy going to the normal sort of places. You can sort of earn yourself 30, 40, 50k a year. We can get a steady. Not too much banging and crashing, not too much risk, not too much effort on the lads. And I sort of take that.
The crew of the Van Dyke have been working non-stop for the past 36 hours.
Okay, can we go up on the main a bit, please?
But they're yet to find the rich scallop grounds that Drew hopes are below.
Might have to come back down, Tom.
Oh, this is a fucking joke!
Can't get that out, mate. The chain. Fucking ridiculous. Fuck, are we supposed to make money like this? Oh.
The scallop gear's jammed and can't function.
There's always something bloody wrong.
Yeah, I'll go. I'll tell you, these boys got no idea the principle of leverage. Shackle. Whoa. Hold it there. It's gonna have to go up a touch more. Well, a touch more on the main. Tom, do you want to come and fucking jump in and give us a hand there, or are you going to stand and let us do everything? You normally asked that, didn't you? No, you fucking get in and out. You don't stand there watching everybody else struggle like fuck. You help.
It's my responsibility to make sure they come back with a decent wage so they've got enough money to feed their family and keep a roof over their head. Got to be determined to keep going and try and do the best you can. You know, that means putting in extra hours myself. I'll do that. That's not something I've ever been scared of. So, you know, it's work.
Work. Right, Tom. Go up slowly. Right. Fixed here. I'm gonna fuck off.
The crew must work on through the night because the ship is constantly burning expensive fuel. Exhausted by lack of sleep, their patience is beginning to wear thin.
Anyone gonna come and help or not? Tom! What are you waiting for? Someone to come and help. I can't do all of that on my own, can I? I fucking said I'll come down and pass them down to you. Hey. Go down the fish room, I'll be there in a second. You fucking whiny little fuck.
Bastard.
Give Simon a shout when you come in.
Simon, mate. Fortunately.
Do I have to go out? Say you ain't gonna do it, and I'll say I won't do it as well. He's pissing me off up there. He's fucking doing my head in, mate. Oh, is he? Oh. Here we go again. I can't do this again, man. No way. Oh, shit, man.
Sorry?
I've been sick twice already, man. I don't think I'm going to be any use at all. I don't want to fuck you around, though, but...
Okie dokie, if you can't do it, you can't do it. I think you'd be better off going there getting fresh air. I really do. Try. See how you get on this all. All right, mate.
See you on the other side.
As long as you've got that mental fortitude just to get on with the job. There is a saying, there's an arsehole on every boat. And if there isn't, then it's probably you.
I ain't fucking going in. Tom looks like he's about to have a mental fucking breakdown as well.
I'd rather stay in bed for the rest of the fucking week.
Well, we'll see if those two go out and manage it and see what happens.
At the end of the second day's fishing, Drew's yet to find a rich scallop bed. He needs to decide whether to stay searching in the same area or find another fishing ground fast.
You're constantly thinking, are we earning enough money here? Is this stacking up to be a decent trip? Or do we need to move? Do we need to go somewhere else? You know, I've got to think about myself and paying my mortgage and keeping food on the table for my family.
It's the Van Dyke's third day at sea, and the crew's getting ready for another hard day's fishing.
Woody, it's alive. Down there 13 hours. Yeah. Jackie Lerner was alive. He's risen from the dead. Call him Lazarus.
I just thought, fuck it. I'm there to work, I'm not there to lay in my bunk and be sick. I'm there to work. Yeah, just man up.
Oh, you coming out here? Coming out here? Yeah? Oh, good man.
And then people can actually see me for who I am and how I actually work, not being sick in a fucking corner trying to scarve off work. I'm not like that at all. I just want to get on with it and do it.
Back to life now then?
Feeling good?
Calling you Lazarus.
And there was 3 of us.
The first haul of the day has brought in 10 bags of scallops. At this rate, Drew should soon be able to cover the costs of the trip.
More scallops. Found some scallops.
Scallops, 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 scallops. Scallop, scallop. Success in the non-puking. Maybe I'm starting to get my sea legs after all. Maybe.
Oh, tea.
Tea.
Super stuff.
How's it going?
Thank you very much. Happier now from that one. That's a bit better.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it's, we've been here, there, up there, came down there, and it's, you know, it was all kind of same sort of
Oh, is that
area.
the reading we've done?
Yeah. Basically, you look around until you find something.
If the catch stays as good, this could be the first of several lucrative trips.
If there's 3 weeks' work there for one boat, if 3 boats turn up, it's only 1 week's work. If 6 boats turn up, it's only 3 days' work. So, you know, if you find something, the fewer people that know about it, the better.
We are the last of the hunters. Fishing, true. You know, 'cause you can come to sea and earn nothing all week. But you can earn very good wages as well if you manage to find it. So we're...
If we manage to.
Yes. Well, hopefully we have. Hopefully we have.
Luck is on our side.
Yes.
We got lovely weather.
Gods are watching over us.
Especially.
Cheers.
Are you superstitious?
Not madly, I do touch wood on a regular basis.
The crew can expect to get paid for the first time in weeks. And Simon is beginning to develop a taste for life at sea.
Oh, that's it. Push it down. There you go.
God.
Fucking hell, mate. My arms have got bigger since I come down to Brixton.
Used to be skinny, like, be as skinny as that.
Yeah, look at him. He's fucking got some guns, isn't he?
Yeah, that's because he's fucking born and bred fisherman.
Born and bred. Being on a boat gives you time to think. I think I'm going to do this for a while, just to make a man of me. It will make a man of me eventually.
When you get someone who actually kind of mans up and grows into the job and they'll grow in confidence, you walk a little bit taller when you're on land, knowing you're capable of going and doing that job. And it does give you a confidence boost.
Skipper Shiny has reached his trusted fishing ground by the coast.
Alex!
And new hand Stephen is getting to grips with his first experience of deep-sea fishing.
What I thought was in the paper was deckhand training for yachts. I didn't realise it was sea trawling. I don't think anyone really knows until they're put into that situation. How cold or how wet, how tired, how hard it's going to be. Quite a lot going in my mind of, should I just leave now and run quickly?
If Stephen impresses the crew, Shiny will offer him another trip. But before they accept him, he needs to pass a traditional fisherman's test.
No, thank you. Appreciation. Yeah, you go first. Got it. Don't mind. Well, he's got either raw scallop, monk liver, or turbot heart. But I might cancel the turbot heart, so I've got monk liver.
Everyone's done it. Probably come straight back up.
After her first day's trawling, the Sylvia T's nearly gone into profit. Back on the Van Dyke, the fishing hasn't lived up to its earlier promise. And after dredging the same bank for 2 days, Drew's barely breaking even.
Hello, Andy.
Hello.
Yeah, why have we stopped?
Because the fishing crap there.
Where are we going now?
We are going to the Herd Deep. Had a bit of success down there last year. It's not really somewhere you'd go this time of year. It's the deep water and it doesn't take a great deal of weather down there to fuck it up. You're just constantly thinking, like, where am I going to go? Where am I going to go?
What's the other
It's the catch-22. You can move and suddenly the fishing can double. Or it can halve. Your mind's in a bit of a state of turmoil trying to work out what the next best move is.
He's decided to burn thousands more pounds of fuel to head further away to a fishing ground 40 miles west. It's a high-stakes gamble that must pay off.
Okay. That's it. You've got it. Try and knock some more rocks out if you can.
Sorry, mate.
Try and knock some more rocks out. You guys don't need to jump up. Tom, it's there, ready, right in front of you. Sit, no, keep it this side. Keep it this side.
They keep it at the back.
I said pull it out the back, not... Fuck's...
The engine has stalled, and the Van Dyke can't lift her fishing gear.
Let's find out what the problem is. It's not panic. It could be really bad. It might not be so bad. Let's wait and find out and see what the problem is before you sort of give up. Could keep trying. Pass the lump hammer, please.
Lump hammer?
Right. That'll lift a little bit better, and we'll try and then restart the main.
What was that noise? What? Right, I think he's in the engine room. You know, something's going wrong, that's why he's like skitzing out at me. Tried to come back to help him out, give him a hand. It just seems like he just throws it all back in my face. Beer. I can see why there is no crew. I hope you can, mate. Huh? I hope you can.
I suggest you chuck a load of the bigger rocks off. Don't fucking look at me like that, Tom. Just do what
talking to me like this, Drew.
Give me that fucking...
Calm down. If stuff goes wrong, it's not all my fault, is it?
No, it's not, Tom.
Exactly.
But when I tell you to do something, I don't expect you to look at me like I'm some kind of a...
Well, you talk to me like I'm a sometimes.
Just chuck some of the bigger rocks off the rail. It's all I ask.
All right.
Fucking idiot.
Oh, yeah. Fucking sweet.
What the hell am I doing?
La 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 la.
Fucking rocks.
Fucking hell. Probably get home, find the fucking wife's left me and the dog's died.
All right, Tom.
Thank you very much.
How's it going?
It's not.
Oh, I'll leave it at that then. Skipper does not look happy today.
Later tonight, a Force 9 gale is predicted. With the engine out of action, the risks could be serious. The Van Dyke's engine has stalled, and a Force 9 gale is predicted.
Tea or a coffee?
Either, thanks.
It's vital that Drew finds a way to fix it before the bad weather hits.
Oh, it'd be so embarrassing for him if we have to get towed back as well.
Shit. The engine's overheated, isn't it?
I'm fucking long gone, mate. I am. I'm not going to work for Drew anymore.
I knew you were going to say that.
I'll try one more thing, just in case the jump leads are fucked.
Yeah, he always tries to fix it. Like, that's one good thing about him. He doesn't fucking stop, do you know what I mean? But he should have stopped a long time ago, I think.
That's an engine.
When you finally go bang, I'm personally going to take a fucking sledgehammer to you.
She's moving.
What course do we want? Fuck knows, northeast for the minute. A little bit closer to home.
Don't bother.
Fucking main engine stopped again.
Game over then.
I want to go. Everything I possibly think of under the sun. I just fucking don't want to go. Oh, fuck.
What can you do, mate? It's the way to see. It's just been about fucking 2 weeks of work now, no pay. Can't win with Mother Nature.
Yeah. If it's a major job and we're going to need a new engine, then we wouldn't survive that financially. Could well be it. This could, well be the end of us. That was kind of hard to swallow. I didn't quite know what to feel like. Relief. That's it. It's all over, or despair.
Hi, honey. No. We're sat bobbing around miles from anyone.
Drew uses the ship's sat phone to call his wife.
Tried jump starting it, but don't want to jump start. All right, love you lots. Bye.
I can't imagine the pressure that it is for him. Feels like at the moment it's possibly the hardest times of both of our lives. That's the way it is. There's so little we can do, if anything, at the moment, other than try and plod on and try and keep our heads above water.
Is there any possibility of a tow? Oh, fantastic. Okie dokie. Cheers, bye. Who'd have thunk it? Graham to the rescue.
How are we doing? You got that birthday party later?
8 miles off the Devon coast, Shiny's making the most of being in mobile phone reception.
Hey-ya! Hey-ya! Thumbs up.
After their last haul, the crew have caught over 200 bags of scallops. Each deckhand will make £500 for their 4-day trip.
Oh, this is mental.
Before they head back to Brixham, the crew have a treat in store for their new crew member.
Dinner time.
Yes. It's brilliant.
Take a seat, young man, take a seat.
Well, I just thought I was doing one initially.
There comes a point in every man's life when he wants to be a fisherman. I would say a chunk out of each to see how big your balls are. Right, chuck that in the bowl.
Yes.
We've all had to do it.
Let's even put a little bit of lemon drizzle on.
Let's shake it as well. And a bit of cock.
Nice and salt.
See?
Number 2, bit of liver.
Nice bit of liver.
Hate liver. Oh, go on, Stevie boy. Get it down here, man. Get it down here.
Anybody that joins the boat is going to have an initiation test of some sort of manner, you know? Personally, I've always managed to dodge that initiation test.
Whee!
You've got one small little thing.
The heart.
The heart. It's in there somewhere. There he is.
And he's got heart.
Yeah, well done.
Oh, is that our rescue boat? Done this before.
We have. Usually me doing the towing, though, which is most annoying.
Well, you should know how to do it.
Aye, aye, bells.
80 miles further west in the channel,
More slack, Drew!
another Brixham skipper has come to rescue Drew before the storm hits.
Go on, grab this fender here. Is that it? Yeah.
Can't believe this. You know why we didn't just do this earlier?
All right, yeah, likewise. Just giving Tom Tully a shout so he can sit here and
look at your back end for a few hours, whatever.
Okay, mate, no worries. Right, I'll see you in the morning then. Cheers.
Hi, Paul. Cheers. Thanks for this.
After being forced to abandon the trip, Drew hasn't caught enough fish to cover his costs. And his financial troubles have only got deeper.
A new engine, you'd be talking 150, 170,000 pounds. If that was the case, we just simply wouldn't have been able to afford it.
And then what?
Bankruptcy.
I didn't even know the engine was off. I was enjoying myself with them big scallops, eh?
Yeah, you've done really well, mate. You have really taken the hat off to you.
I learned a lot. Fucking right, I learned a lot.
I didn't think you were going to get back up after you went down below, but you come back
I didn't
and
think
you
so.
took everything aboard, what you were told.
There's one thing you can say about fishing, it's not fucking boring.
Okay, mate. Cheers. Yeah, chuck them all off there, boys.
Cheers for saving us, guys.
Thank God for that, eh, Tom? It's all over. Gonna go home.
Later that morning, Drew calls in the marine mechanic to discover whether they can save the engine. If they can't, Drew will be forced to sell the Van Dyke and quit fishing after 25 years as a skipper.
Always be positive. Always hope for the best. It wasn't a massively expensive job. It cost us a few thousand to sort out, but it wasn't like a 150,000 pound problem.
What do you think?
It was good fun, actually. I really did enjoy it.
Yeah. And for the record, I think you did really well.
Yeah, oh, good. I'm
Yeah.
glad I did.
Bottom line is, I mean, if you wanted to come back, I'd give you a job.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent, thank you.
Not every trip is like that. That was...
No.
You've experienced...
Well, I learned a lot, didn't I?
You've experienced in 1 week what you'd normally take a year to see.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Things
yeah,
like-
I'll definitely come out. It's good fun. It's the life that I want to live, like be on sea, get away from everything. It's lovely out there as well. I
Yeah.
thought I'd like it and I fucking love it.
Yeah. I was impressed.
Good.
Okie dokie.
Excellent, Tom. It was a pleasure.
Okay, mate.
Thank you. What door is it again?
That one.
This one.
Days later, Drew sets out in search of the better fishing ground that could change his fortunes.
You can't take it trip by trip. If you do a trip and it's not so good, you don't turn around and leave and, oh, this is rubbish, because next week could be far, far better and you can earn a really good wage.
Next time,
Are you fucking kidding me? Where the fuck are we going to go with this fucking gear now?
the Governik of Ladrum goes hunting for hake in crowded waters.
Whatever possessed you to come to fucking... What the fuck was wrong?
And after months on land, neither the boat nor the crew are ready for the challenge of going back to sea.
Are you hearing this shit?
Well, keep your eyes peeled on Thursday for a brand new episode of Hunted at 9. You can try to run, but it will catch up with you eventually. Or turn the tables and catch up with Hunted yourself on All 4. Well, on the way next tonight, TV that was all right in the 60s. Prepare for some naked buzzsawing.